Now to subspaces. So we have the definition here. So a subset W of a vector space V is called a subset or rather subspace of V if W is itself a vector space under the addition and scalar multiplication on V. If W is a set of one or more vectors in a vector space V, then W is a subspace of V if and only if the following conditions hold. We have U plus V is in W and K times U is in W. Okay, so what does this mean, class? So it means that if we have now a subset which is represented by W plus, which is itself a vector space under V, so it is called a subspace class if W is itself a vector space under the addition and scalar multiplication. So we have this last time class vector addition and scalar multiplication, right? And we have here two conditions to satisfy class. So we need to satisfy these two conditions so that we can say that W is a subspace of V. And what are these two conditions? So again, we have the vector addition and the scalar multiplication. So we have the first one, U plus V is in W. We can also say that we have U plus V is an element in W. Okay? Then we have the scalar multiplication, which is K times U is in W, or we can also say that this is K times U is an element in W. Okay? So there are only two conditions now, class, to satisfy. Okay, let us have this example here. Determine which of the following are subspaces of R3. So the first set all the vectors of the form A00. So what do we need here, class? First again is to define the vectors. Now we have the vectors V or R3, which is of the form A00. So this is taken from the given set class of the form A00. Then define now your two vectors U and V. Of course, the vectors U and V will also have the form of A00, which is a triple form class. And so instead of A, let us have another way to describe it. So let us use A prime. Then what about the other two components? So since they are both specific real numbers, so we may use 0, 0 class. Do not use 0 prime, no? Because there's no such thing as 0 prime, because these two numbers here are specific, okay? What about your B prime class? For the first component, we'll make use of A double prime, then we have here 0, 0 as the second and third component. Okay? So let us now work on the two conditions class. So the first condition is that we have U plus V is an element in W. By the way, this will also now be your W class, still the same as your vector space V, with components A0, 0. Okay? So let us now identify the components of your vector U and vector V. So A prime 0, 0, then your vector V is A double prime 0, 0. So class, let us check if this is an element in W. Okay? So we will perform the usual or standard vector addition class. So how is this again? So add A prime to A double prime, this will give you A prime plus A double prime. Then 0 plus 0 will give you 0. Then the third component, 0 plus 0 is again 0. Okay? So check now class if the resulting addition here is an element in W. Is it an element in W class? Yes, because it contains class 3 components, right? Which is triple ordered form. Okay? Then we have class, the second condition to satisfy, that is K times U is in W. So let us have that class. So K times U is an element in W. Okay? Where K here class is a scalar, multiply your vector U, where vector U is A prime 0, 0. So let us now class multiply K times A prime, what do we get? So class we have K A prime, right? So we will use the standard scalar multiplication. Then K times 0 is 0. What about the third component class? K times 0 is 0. So class, check now. if the resulting scalar multiplication is an element in your W, take note that W class contains a 0, 0. So what do you think? So it is again satisfied class. Okay? So you write here class satisfied for the first condition, satisfied also on the second condition. So we can say now that W here is a subspace of V. Okay? We follow class. So any questions with regards to our first example? Okay? Wala class? Here class. All the vectors of the form A1, 0. Okay, again class, we proceed with the first step, and that is identifying your V or your vector space V, which is R cubed, which contains class components of the form A1, 0. Okay? Then also like your W, vector W class, which is also R cubed, and it has also the same components as your vector V, okay, or vector space V. Then your other two vectors now U and V class. So where we have A prime 1 and 0, and then for vector V, A double prime 1 and 0. Okay. So let us now define the two conditions if it will be satisfied. So having U plus V is an element in W. So let us have now class the vector addition. You have A prime, then you have 1, then 0. For your vector U, then what about for your vector V class? Vector V is A double prime, 1 and 0. Is it an element in W? Let us perform addition here class. So what do we get? A prime plus A double prime, right class? What about 1 plus 1? So it is equal to 2, right? Then 0 plus 0, it is 0. Okay? Class, observe the resulting components when you have addition of these two vectors. The middle term is 2, right? So it is not equal to your vector W, which contains of the form A10. All the class, it has 3 components, right? Same as what we have in our vector W. But the middle term class is not the same, right? Or that they are not equal. So we can see now that it is not satisfied. It is not an element, okay? The resulting sum is not an element in your W, or it is not satisfied class. So we can say now that W here, the vector W is not a subspace of vector V. Okay? Follow class? Any questions? Now to the third example. All matrices of order 2, meaning class dimension 2 by 2 of the form A0, C1. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay? So let us have now our matrix B class, and this is represented by a matrix which is of course of the form A0, C1. Okay? What about now your W? It will also be the same component class as what we have for V, A0, C1. You can also replace this class with A prime, C prime if you want, okay? Because it doesn't matter if you have the same representation of the form of V and W class, because A and C represents any real number here, and 0 and 1 are also real number, but this is a specific real number, okay? Then, class, let us define your vector U. Your vector U will now have the form A prime, 0, C prime, and 1. While your vector V will have the form A double prime, 0, C double prime, and 1. Okay, let us now check, class, the first condition. So we have here U plus V. Is it an element in W? Okay, what is your vector U class? So it is a matrix which is 2 by 2, A prime, 0, C prime, and 1 as its component. What about vector V class? We have A double prime, 0, C double prime, 1 as its component. Is it an element in W class? So how do we perform addition here class? Of course, we add the elements now with regards to their respective positions. So that is now A prime plus A double prime will give you A prime plus A double prime. Then when you have 0 plus 0, we get 0. Then C prime plus C prime then plus C double prime will give you C prime plus C double prime. Then 1 plus 1 will give you 2. Okay? So check class if this is an element in W. Your W here class is A0, C1. Right? What about your resulting sum of the two vectors? This is A prime plus A double prime. So check it is any real number. Second component is 0. Check. Okay. What about the third component? It is represented by C or in the resulting sum C prime plus C double prime, where it is any real number also. But for the fourth component class, take a look. This is 1, right? For our W vector. But here class, the resulting vector is 2. So in that case class, again, it is not satisfied. So you write now element slash or epsilon slash. So that means that it is not satisfied again, okay? And with that class, we can now conclude that W is not a subspace of vector E. Okay? Do you have any questions, class?